Yes, sir. What's going on? It's Jacob Hansen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with one of my remote clients. We're about to get some in-person work, but first, Kingston, I'll let you introduce yourself, bro.
I'm Kingston Tailforth. I'm an inside linebacker at IMG Academy, class of 2028.
Yes, sir, man. Well, we about to get right to it. We're going to do some linebacker work today and a little bit of combine prep. It's about to be fall camp for Kingston right now, so we're not going to go super crazy, but we're going to get a lot of good technique. Tune in. Let's go. All right. Say go. Here, get down. Yeah. I like the stance, first of all. We always thinking like we want to be on the insteps here, right? So, I mean, personally, whatever stance feels good for you, because I was always really high in my stance, to be honest. My stance was probably like, I mean, my legs are fried right now, but I'm probably like right here with it. I'm not crazy, and I'm more of a, I've always been a really narrow base type of guy. I just feel good with that. So the thing is, like, you want to think about, a lot of times, what are the odds we're going straight downhill in any given play? It's pretty small. Yeah. So I'm always thinking my read step was really just like a lateral step. What I'm really, like, I'm not super quick with it. I'm just, or I'm literally just right here. Because I know if I have my feet like slow, that's enough for me personally where I can just get out exactly where I need to go. Yeah. So it's whatever feels good for you. But I'm saying when you're doing this, still keep a lot of this weight on this back leg, because you can still push off here. And if you get way out in front, right, if you got open up or if you got to get lateral back to where you started, it makes it a little bit harder. So that's more of the re-step stuff, but we cooling with that. But what I want you to think about kind of here with this shuffle, so it looked pretty good off rip, but we always want to think about when we shuffling, like we're not just sticking and coming back. I always think about, and this is like same thing with a 5-10-5, which we'll look at later. We're going in, then out, right? So I'm always thinking, like, I'm not just here because it's hard for me to push off. I'm thinking my plant foot is inside, outside, inside. Okay. That's literally the footwork you're gonna need for almost everything, right? So I want to do that, a little step work doing that. So what I'll have you do is I'm gonna have you walk a shuffle, and I'll say plant, and you're literally just here, plant. You have to simulate, if we're going a really, really fast shuffle, there's no chance you're just putting this foot in here and getting a clean shuffle back, right? Yeah. You have to have this inside leg a little bit to decelerate yourself. Same thing with the 5-10-5, right? Inside, outside. Yeah. And then we come across, right? Yeah. So that's what we think of here. So it's just inside, outside, then we just push off that right there. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go start at the 40 again. So we'll go slow shuffle, a little faster than the last one. I'll say plant, bang, bang, here. Yes, sir. Here, plant. Yes, yeah. Plant. Yeah, there we go. That's really, really simple. That's what we're looking at. We're gonna do a couple more though here. Yeah. Here, plant. Yeah. And we don't have to push as hard because, right, we're getting here, and we're like really extending it. Just keep it smooth. Here, bang. And this foot, like, I'm not trying to get a super wide base, right? If I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So I'm still bang, bang, and I'm getting right back under my base. I'm low-key a little narrow right here, right? Now I'm back under my base. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go here, plant. We'll go here, plant. Yeah. Plant. Yeah. That was solid, bad. Bro. Yeah. Just want to think about, because we're still getting a little wide here, right? Okay. So we're just here, bang, bang. A really small step. Like, we don't, like, honestly, with that first step, I'm not even really thinking I'm trying to get anywhere. Like, I'm going back this way, but I'm not thinking like, oh, I got to get back really fast, you know? I'm just bang, bang. Hey, we'll go one more. Yo, just try it out, Yeah, like that looks smooth. How's that feel? Good. Yeah. Is that like the mechanics you've been doing, or does that feel different?
I don't think I've been doing that. I think, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's
I think most of the time I'm just like this. Cool.
That you're basically doing the same thing, but this is breaking it down slower. Yeah, yeah. And you understanding it, right?
Like most of the time, I don't like do this inside leg. I'm like shoving, and then I go like that.
Yeah, and that's like if we're slow, we can do that, right? But if you think, if I'm here and I'm trying to get all the way back across, right? Yeah. Right. It's gonna be really hard for me to have a good push all the way through, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go a little more each side here. Here. Go. Yeah, there we go. Go. Oh my God. That's how we do it.
So when you're running your 5-10-5, do you want to be like this, or do you want to be like more like this?
Yeah, it's a really great question, bro. So what I always think about and what's going to serve you the best. So we're going left here. Of course, we're starting right here, left hand down. I'm personally a really fan of a squared stance, you know, that I'm right here. If I'm leaning here, I don't feel very powerful out of it because I get a lot of push off this back leg. It kind of depends on the person. If you feel more comfortable leaning into it, go for it.
Okay.
But I'm right here, and I'm thinking frame of thought every time. First 2 steps, big as possible, right? 1, 2, right? Like if I'm jogging, I'm getting a little closer. Are we crossing over? 1, 2, right? So that gets us here.
Yeah.
We want, because you think about it, say example, not a bad thought that we're trying to keep our hips square because we're going back the other direction. If we do that, most guys get here. It makes this a really big jump, and we're reaching really, really far. And what do you know, at camps, you're probably going to slip.
Yeah.
So we want to try to keep those angles pretty vertical because the further we have to lean and get outside of our frame, that's the bigger odds we're going to slip. So we're always thinking first 2 steps, 1, 2, and that allows us to drop in and get out.
Yeah.
If we're going to the line, right, we don't necessarily need to, like if we're slightly past, but our angles are like this, I'm good with that. But if we're here, right, and we have to get out here like this,
Yeah.
where are we going, right? My angles are going back this way when I'm trying to go that way.
Yeah.
So if we have really 2 big steps at first, and this foot, man, we right here, but this hand, we in that line, we're still golden, bro. Bro, I'd rather see those angles look a lot better and we're going 6 extra inches versus trying to reach for the line and throwing off the angles. Because then, right, we're going to have a small first step, and it's going to be really hard to hit our steps on the next 10.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to do like full speed?
We'll go 80% here.
Okay.
We're thinking 2 really big steps and then sitting down. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Now, even more lean here, right?
Even more, yeah.
Yeah, we thinking like, man, I'm thinking I'm squatting like.
So like, do we want to kind of be on the outside of this foot a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like it kind of will feel like that in this. When you actually do it, you'll land like flat-footed, be able to push off. But I'm thinking here, man, I'm rocking off this edge and almost to a point where this hand can touch the ground.
Yeah, like this is easy.
Yeah, even more bend in that right knee. Where I'm thinking like, damn, I'm almost thinking I'm right here, you know?
Okay.
Like, it's not going to be, this will never be a perfect replica of our position, but that's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at. We'll go another one here at 80%. Yeah, oh my gosh. That's what we need, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Now let's pick it up 5%. Let's go 85% here. Oh my God. You're looking like a beast. Oh my God. That's how it's done. Right? We'll go one more big thing. Looks really good through here. When we sit down, lean into it as much as possible, almost to a point like if you fall back over or you got to put that hand down, that's cool for this. Oh, now it's a little much. See,
Yeah.
that happens to me all of the time.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're trying to hit the angles. So that's where, like I said, that's what I was talking about. And that's a perfect example. You didn't do anything wrong. It'll happen. We're trying to get those angles. But if we stay here, right, we have to take a massive step to get here. And now we're really here, and that's when we slip out, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened there. The start was good, and that'll happen. And that's kind of where we have to find the balance and be able to. The biggest issue I've seen with guys is they got completely new turf. Their feet are slipping everywhere because the steps and like how their body reacts is completely different. Like I ran my best time at in tennis shoes on the turf because that's what I practiced in with this combine workshop. And I ran a laser time with that, but at camps I never really understood that. And that was a big thing that held me back from running my best times at camps and like getting the offers I wanted was actually be able to translate it to the field. And a lot of that came down to preparation, right, that we're doing right now and things like that.
I just like.
Right, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You see, put your foot where it was, the outside one. Because out there, that's okay, right? If we're there and our hands right here, bro, that's still what we want. Because almost what I want you to think about here, Kingston, is I'm leaned so far over, my elbow's inside of my knee. right? I don't need you to think about like this, right?
Yeah.
That's a common mistake. Like, because if I'm here, how far am I reaching, man? I'm reaching pretty far.
Yeah.
We can be right here, and we out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IMG taught me is like, boom. Okay. Out here. And then you want me to set it up?
Yeah, then just get into your set stance. Okay.
What foot would you recommend like going forward for me? I'm right-handed.
So fall forward real quick. One more time. Just fall and catch yourself last second. Cool. We'll go right foot forward.
Okay.
It's typically an easy way to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm you, we're going right foot forward. So we'll just kind of work through a 40 setup here.
Mm-hmm.
I want all the attention on us when we run our 40, right? If we're a really fast guy, you look at the NFL combine, what does a lot of them do? They do that massive tuck jump and like pull their knees up, everything like that. So right here, they want to get super athletic. I'm not super warmed up right now.
Yeah. And
but we're trying to get all the attention on us, right? If we're an athlete, we're going to these camps, we want to get seen as much as possible. If you've been prepping for it, your 40 should be fast. So we want that attention. And it's a good way to just get your muscles activated, ready to go. And I'm taking this right foot back. And this is where I'm keeping it. So it's really a foot and a third, right? And I'm just right here with it. So I'm right here, I feel good. And a big thing, you'll see this with track guys too, is right, they never like just go into it right here. They kind of creep back into it. So that's what we're looking to do, right? I'm a big fan of just keep your hand out here, right? So we want to think about having our weight forward as much as possible.
Yep.
So I'm having my hand out here to help me get forward when I get up. So right, let's just say our stance is right here. We're here. Sometimes I move with my feet, wiggle my feet, feel where I'm good. I should have a lot of weight in this hand. Like this hand is like shaking, and because I could just fall forward right here, right? But I'm thinking I'm right here. The angles we're looking at, right? We're looking at 90 degrees here and a little more with this one 120. And we're thinking our hips above our shoulders, right? If we're here, we're too squatted. Hips above shoulders. And a really easy trick that we can do is, right, we have our hand here. Instead of right here, first thing they see is this hand move, right? Instead, we can be right here, and sometimes we can hide it for a split second longer because a lot of times they're either, depends on the timer if they're a good timer or not. They'll either look at this hand or this hand, right? If we can keep it here, we can hide it for a split second more, and maybe we get a fraction of a second back. So we're looking at, right, 1.5 feet. We're going heel to toe, find the width that works for you. I'm more of a narrow guy with my hips, how I feel good. Getting down, have this front hand out, raise these hips, get the feet set, and bang. We're right here, and we're good to project out. With this left hand, we're taking the whole line, right? And we're not flat like this. We can be up here, have a little arch in our hand, right? Whatever's comfortable to us. Or if you like it more flat, that's cool. I like a little arch there, right? So that's the stance we're in, and our knees should be over the line a little bit like that, which is good. And you can keep that down while we're getting prepped.
Okay.
And at a camp as well. So we're right here with it. We're looking good. Then I'm thinking, I'm not just raising my hips straight up. I'm thinking about raising them up and back, right? This loads our hips a little bit, but still keeps our weight forward. So I'm not just here, right? Because then my knee angles aren't going to be where we want.
Yep.
I'm thinking I'm back, I'm up, and I'm raising back a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the stance I want. Get this hand here. Now I'm out, ready to project.
Okay.
There we go. We're looking a little better. Good. Now we'll stop. We'll go down real quick. Another note we want to think about is we want our head relaxed, right? So this is one that's kind of underrated, but I'm right here. Like this is just a stance. I'm not looking straight down. I'm low-key looking at this front toe, right? Just to have this head relaxed, have my jaw relaxed. Because sprinting in general, like acceleration can be a little bit more tense and fight it and muscle it. But max velocity, we need to be relaxed. We're thinking about cycle and turnover. So you want to think about our head and jaw relaxed even in our starting stance. And that's why we're going to look at that front toe.
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
Yes, sir.
And then we can take this hand and just put it right on our hip right there. Good. Awesome. You can get out. How's that feel right now?
That's good. Yeah, definitely better.
Like, big thing I want you to think about, right? We're right here. We're thinking about being very violent with our hands split, right? So this first hand, the one that's on our hip, I mean, we're right here. This hand, we're thinking about shooting it up. And big one you can just say is look at your watch. We're thinking about it's throwing it up this high because like our backhand will naturally go back, but right, a big problem I used to have is I'm right here and I'm right here, right?
Yeah.
We're not getting as much power and explosion out of that first step, but if we're here and I'm throwing this, right, we can really get out of it. Just thinking we push off both legs and violent arms. All we're thinking is violent arms and 5 yards. Hips up a little more. There we go. Violent arms, yep. What I immediately saw is we came out, we pushed hard, but a lot of times when we push hard, we're pushing up, right? We think about we're vertical jumping. We're thinking about this has to be horizontal. We're trying to get down the 40 yards. So we're right here. We need to think about, right, I've told you the analogy of the plane before, right? When we're taking off, we're down and we're slowly picking our head up like this, right? A plane doesn't just shoot straight up. They're taking it slow and then picking up. So that's what we're thinking about on our 40. We're staying down, and as we get to 20, that's when we start picking it up. It depends on the athlete's max speed, of course, but that's around when we're aiming for with that. So think about we're pushing hard, violent arms. We'll really just think about staying low and having violent arms on this rep. That's all I want you to think about. So really just throwing those arms. Obviously, when we throw, we have to get them back to like our next run. On that first one, literally just throw it as hard as you can and then keep running and trying to stay low. Well, I noticed on that one a little bit. How'd you feel in your stance?
Like not that comfortable.
Yeah, 40 stance is never going to be comfortable if I'm being honest. But what happened with that one is we're back a little bit too far into our hips, right? We should feel like all of our weight's right here and we're going to fall forward. Like if I'm another inch forward here, I'm falling forward, right? Because I noticed you came up, right? We're push those hips back. So we're here, we push those hips back, but we still can rock forward a little bit, right? I'm falling like that in that stance, right? If I'm here, like, because this is kind of how yours looked, right? It's probably not super comfortable. My quad starts aching and I'm not feeling great. And when I feel like I'm shooting straight up when I'm like this, but if I'm out here, notice this shin angle actively drop as I get out here. And what's the first thing that's going to happen if we need to project out? That shin angle is going to drop on that front leg. So we want to start, might as well start by how do we get that shin angle low right away? Higher hips a little bit more. Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. How's that feel?
That felt way better, yeah.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. So it's
like,
about,
I felt
man.
like because I was more like tilted forward that I was like able to explode more.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And that's the finer points, right? You can do this for 6 months, a year, and never figure that out. But man, it takes the right coach. They can look at your stuff 1 or 2 times and instantly know what's wrong and fix it. And you just saved 6 months of time from one coaching cue in one session with the right coach. And that's a big thing that I didn't understand when I was younger. I thought I could figure it out on my own and just like muscle my way through it, watch YouTube. I know there's Claude, ChatGPT can build all the right plans. Like, it'll build you something. I'm not saying it's actually the right plan, but just having that right coach's eye can be the game changer, especially something like a 40 where you're looking to shave 0.1 off your time. That can be the difference between a scholarship and a walk-on or D1 and D3, right? So that's when it kind of comes down to this stuff that it's a game changer. Up, hips up. Yep. How that feeling?
That was good.
Electric, bro. Because what we think about, right? We're in our stance here. And this is where we win or lose reps, quite honestly. So you want to, let's see. Yeah, we can go right here. But this is like, this start is where we're going to win or lose reps in our 40. And it really comes down to a lot of times the length of our first step. So if we're right here, right, this is a bad stance, but just to show, for example, let's say our first step, we only get here, right? We cross this line. That doesn't really get us anywhere. But if we can push out an additional 3 inches, right, just on our first step, that can be the difference down the rest of our 40. That's going to translate into 0.1, 0.2 off our 40 if we simply add 3 inches on that first step. And it's not just like the 3 inches itself, but being able to project out horizontally. This is really the difference right here. This from this line is a difference between a 4.8 and a 4.6 if you can understand it and project it the rest of the way out your 40-yard dash. Because, right, if we land right here, for example, and we're really high, we're not in the proper 40 versus we land here or even right here, we're actually projecting out, and that's going to serve us down the rest of the runway and get us to the times that we want. Okay. So what I want you to think about on this one, we're going to do our regular step or like our regular rep, like everything we just learned. And now really think about pushing off of both feet. We don't have to extend out, right? Because if we extend out, we put ourselves at like hamstring risk, right? We're still pushing, but just think about how can I push as hard as I can so I can get that first step to land further, right? Violent arms, push, just push out. Hips up, yep, now push. Yes, sir. How'd that feel?
That was good.
I like it, bro. It'll feel a little awkward at first if I'm being honest with you, bro. But I'm just saying, like, pushing that extra bit out, those are little details that obviously we're going to continue to hone in on, but that's the difference really for a lot of guys in 4.8, 4.6, everything like that, bro.
Yeah.